Hello, so today I'm going to show you how to quickly prototype and sell a product using 3D printer. And as you can see, this is what I designed back in the day. It's a purpose-built, super measured thing for my desk, which holds glasses, trinkets, Nitbits, pens, and to-do list index cards like so. However, it's quite far out of my reach and it collects the dust, to be honest. So what I decided to do, actually use that as an example and design something for this spot next to my keyboard where I can walk you through the process steps, and it's also going to produce a product I can use every day and hopefully also sell. So with that in mind, we're going to jump into software and I'm going to use Tinkercad. By the way, I'm going to breeze through these steps. If you want me to go into depth into any of them, do let me know. And every design is start with a basic shape and a plane. And as you can see, I'm immediately adding some sort of constraints to this design. I know the size of it. I have measured my index cards, which are typical 3x5 index cards. I know sort of the features I want it to have. For example, I want them to contain as many index cards as possible. So immediately add a hole to contain those cards. I then carve out a little notch to make it easier to pick up a single card out of a stack. And next on my list is really to add a little holder, something to hold the list upright so it always catches the attention of whoever is using it. Then carving a ridge for a pen so someone could just put a pen on a side. And this is several times faster by the way than the whole design process. So again, do let me know, I can do real-time design videos. Next, I just want to slim down to cut out that chin, just to reduce the material needed to prototype things. And lastly, one thing which annoyed me in the past using a lot of different products is the angles. In this case, I'm adding a slanted bottom, and that angle will make it easier to pick up the specific index cards. And so the first round of prototyping starts. We're producing the design, and this is cheap filament and by no means has to be perfect. I know that I'm gonna make at least some changes. I just need to experience it, see it live, and see if it's usable, if it needs any other tweaks to be done. There is nothing like that first feeling when you take out the print from the hotbed and you experience it, in your hands. Looking at the design though, I can see that there is a few different bits in terms of the temperature, the speed of the print, which could be improved. Also, Tinkercad at an angle adds these uneven ridges, but I'm gonna leave them just because I like that type of texture. Looking at the features itself, the actual product holds the index cards upright. You can insert a pen on a side if you're not using it, and so forth. There's a lot of different things, of course, we are gonna improve on this one. It's a prototype number one. The first one being that I want to insert a pen as I'm done with it. I might keep that sliding element on a side, but also I want to add some sort of hole maybe, or some sort of mini holder. And of course, a lot of other ergonomic improvements, sides, which side of a product you position, let's say one slot or the other, how it's supposed to be used. So I'm already forming my vision based off of this simple, small product test on myself. And so next thing to do is really go back to the software, in this case Tinkercad, and I'm just gonna replicate the project and quickly mock up an alternative side. So first and foremost, I'm slimming down the profile to reduce the material even further, to thin out the walls because they're way too thick. It just makes for a clumsy product. I'm adding a few different elements. As you can see, I'm reversing the thing and inserting on the opposite end a slanted hole for the index cards. I'm gonna show you once it's printed what I mean by this. And then adding a mini holder for the pen, as I said, which would hold the pen upright as needed be, and then returning and inserting the ridge for the pen, additional pencil, let's say, or a pen to hold horizontally. And the resulting design and the two versions are like night and day. It makes all the difference in the world. You can immediately see which one is slimmer, which one is more compact, which one just looks a bit neater, designed much better, designed with ergonomic needs and user needs in mind, some usability principles for products and everything in between. Of course, this is n=1, my own needs, but it should make sense in a moment as I show you exactly how the products could be used. So as you can see, both of them hold the actual index cards or to-do list. Version 1 holds it in the back, and version 2 is meant to hold it in the front and have slight angles, so it's much easier to read the actual index card. Because in my mind, you shouldn't really care about other index cards. You should care about the one which is in front of you, which is active, and you have some sort of to-do list. And simulating the actual process, a user would take a single card, they would write up some sort of list or update it, and then they would be able to put the pen in the holder for easy reach. But which one do you prefer? Maybe you have different ideas. Maybe you came up with your own product. Do share it in the comments down below. What next I did really is printed it in a variety of different colors just to test the ground. And you can find them all listed on my Etsy store. If you go on etsy.com right now and type Zentastic 3D or look for to-do list organizer, you should find all the listings with different colors. In fact, I made already a few sales. It's a quick validation that the product is actually desirable, that there is a need somewhere out there in the market. Of course, the numbers in the end are going to tell if it's a good product or not, if there is any business opportunity to it. But this is a topic for a whole new video.